can fool the rest, but you can't fool me. You can't fool me. You can fool the rest, but you can't fool me. You can't fool me. You can fool the rest, but you can't fool. You can't fool me. You can fool the rest, but you can't. You can fool the rest, but you can't fool me. You can't fool me. You can fool the rest, but you can't fool me. You can't fool me. You can fool the rest, but you can't fool. You can't fool me. You can fool the rest, but you can't.
Hello, everyone. I hope you can hear me. I haven't done this in a while, so I'm trying to re-navigate with these things. If you're in the comments, just let me know if you can hear me. So I'm back again. Now you're wondering where I was, what was going on. So I'll get a little to it. I actually just moved into my new apartment in Missouri near my grandkids, so I can see them more often. And probably in a week or two, you'll see furniture in here. I don't want you to think I'm that bad. But yeah, so what happened was I was taking care of someone who had cancer, a very good friend of mine, and I just didn't have any more time to make videos, and I was getting disgusted anyway, seeing everything that's going on. I mean, everything, if you look at my videos, and that's the title of my show, don't say I didn't tell you so. Go back and look at something like when I was talking about inflation, how our food prices were going to be. And I'm right. So, you know, a lot of the stuff I said came out, may not came out right away, but eventually it does. Just like I'm going to tell you some stuff that's going to happen, probably going to happen a year from now. It's not going to happen tomorrow, because they're very, very patient in what they're doing to this country. If you can't see this now, if you can't see it, you're blind. Everything is out of control. Everything is upside down. Like, you're looking at it and you just know something's wrong. You know there's something wrong. And it's not just the politicians or the elite globalist cabals and all these power-hungry people and corporations. No, there's something else. You know it. You feel it in your bones. You feel there's some kind of evil working, because it's just too much. It's too organized. It's too perfect. There's an evil force running this. Okay? Whatever you want to say it is. Satan, the devil, fallen angels. They're trying to tell you there's aliens. That's the new thing, you know. They're going with this alien shit, because who knows, these demons may surface out of Antarctica, because that's where they are, and they're going to make believe they're aliens, but they're really demons. Demons probably could even look like whatever they want to look like, maybe, or maybe they just look like them alien grays and shit like that. But I came back. I'm going to start doing shows. I'm going to probably do some of my shows on YouTube where they're like a half hour, and then you got to go to Rumble. I'm going to start going on Rumble. I'm not going to be censored by YouTube anymore, shadow banned. All the people that subscribed to me told me they were constantly getting unsubscribed, that they weren't getting notifications when my show was starting. So I'm going to try to push my show onto Rumble. And, you know, I'll still come on YouTube. Maybe I'll do a little bit, and then I'll say, if you want to hear the rest of what I got to say, you're going to have to come to Rumble, because everything you do on YouTube, they're monitoring and they're censoring, and they're even if they don't give me a strike, they just put me in the basement so nobody could know what I'm talking about. There's no way I should only have a few hundred subscribers. Ridiculous. I remember when I had my first show, Don't Get Me Started, I had like 500 subscribers right away, and then all of a sudden I was going down. Now, hey, thanks for everybody showing the love. I'm back. Like I was saying, for about a year, I was taking somebody a very good friend of mine who had cancer. He passed away. I relocated. I just moved here about a week ago. That's why you don't see no furniture yet. In a week or two, you'll see furniture. I don't want you to think I'm living in a house with no furniture. But yeah, it's crazy what's going on out there. You know, I talked about a lot of things, but what they keep doing is they keep distracting us. You know, Ukraine, all of a sudden, you know, they had the war there. Russia kicked their butt. We knew this was going to happen. They're making Putin the bad guy, but yet Russia is a very Christian nation right now. I know people that actually have relatives in Russia, and they're telling me it's like America was in like the 50s. Everything's booming over there. The economy, you know, they want to make Putin the devil, and I don't know. Look, what I definitely know is one thing: America is not on the right track, and it's not us, the people. Now, I'll explain what we can do, but there's not too much we can do. There's some things that we can do. You know, America right now, you know, look at the immigration. Look, 90% of Americans have no problem with controlled immigration. Okay, that means like you let 1 million people in a year, and you basically vent them. You see who they are, what they're bringing to the table. You just don't let 10 million, 15 million people into a country. Like 5 million came from Venezuela already, because that country's, when they're coming here and they're letting a lot of their criminals out. And now we got all kinds of stuff going on in Texas and a lot of different states. And it's going to get worse because some of these people are planted here. They're seeds. Okay. They claim that there's 500,000 Chinese males in military age in this country already. Now, are they cells waiting to be activated? Because you say, well, they got to America, they're not going to care. But that's not true. Because if their whole family is in China and they made them come here and they tell them, when we activate you, if you don't do what we told you to do, we'll wipe out your whole family. So let's be smart about this and think, are there that many of them here? I don't know. But there's a lot. There's too many people. And the only reason why, look, we all know what's going on now. Okay, I told you this a while ago. They're trying to destroy the country. There's no other excuse. All these politicians, Republican, Democrats, they sit up there and they entertain us. It's like a movie. But nothing's getting done. All right, they complain about the immigration, some of the Republicans, but they don't get nothing done. If I was a senator or a congressman, I would be flipping out up there. I would be wanting to put like people in jail. I'd be asking for the resignation of Biden. I'd be asking for the resignation of the Secretary of State, the guy that's controlling the border. I'd be wanting these people put in jail. They are definitely, what are they? They're traitors. They have to be. There's no other answer. Let's not blame people and act like Biden don't know what he's doing. He's dumb. He's being controlled. He's a puppet. Yeah, he is a puppet. But you better believe that these people know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. Okay? I watch all these different shows, you know, and all they do, one show, all it does is bring you misery. Another show brings you this white hat, black hat thing where the white hats are fighting the black hats. And yeah, they're all good guys fighting the bad guys, but it looks like the bad guys are winning. And if they're not winning, they're claiming, oh, no, the bad guys are just desperate, so they're doing everything now, but we got it under control. Bullshit. Ain't nothing under control right now. There's too much chaos going on. You know? So it's going to get worse before it gets better. Now, if Trump gets in there in 2024, I don't know if it's going to get, it should get better. But how much better? The damage is done. They're crushing us. Crushing our economy. Now, it may not be affecting everybody everywhere. You know, people in Florida, they're not affected too much yet because DeSantis has kept that state pretty good. I mean, he threw out people. You know, certain states, it's not affecting them that much. I live in Missouri now. You wouldn't even know there was a problem other than inflation. The prices are out of control. I told you they don't want you to eat beef, and they're doing it. They're little by little by little. They're making beef super expensive. It's like $20 a pound for ribeye steak now. And let's just see who's here anyway before I start getting into it. So we got Intellectual, DJ Spin, Red Lipstick. Oh, I guess you guys got notified that I had a show. It makes me feel a little better. That's because I haven't done anything in a long time. Who got pop started? But if you see what's going on now, even the war, like, look, we all know we're broke and we're spending $500 billion to Ukraine, another $500 billion Israel, and the lady in charge of the economy in America saying we can support 2 wars. What are you talking about? We all know. We all know that we're hurting bad. Look, I feel bad for Ukrainian people. They got the shit end of the stick, the civilians, and so did the civilians in Israel. But you can't tell me that the most sophisticated intelligence is Mossad, and then there's the CIA. And CIA is number 2. The Mossad is number 1. They know everything. They know if a freaking cockroach walked over that border. You can't tell me that they didn't know that attack was coming. Everything is by plan. They wanted it, in my opinion. They wanted that attack. So they could do what they're doing now, which is leveling Palestine. We're taking some of the land back. I don't know what's their goal, but they knew. There's no way they didn't know that we're getting Egypt. They claim was telling them. Their secret service was telling Israel, look, they got this big plan to invade you. They got all this shit going, and they were ignoring it. So we can't believe anything anymore. You got to question everything. Hey, what's up, Tony? Tony Bruno in the house, huh? But you got to question everything. But there's something, if you don't feel it in your gut right now, I told you this a year ago, maybe people thought I was a little over crazy, talking about the demons, the devil, the evil. If you don't feel it in your gut right now, that there's something going on that's beyond politics, okay, beyond greed. I wish it was just about money. I wish it was just these guys were greedy. We'd be in good shape. There'd be some rich people, but we wouldn't be in the situation we're in. These people are destroying their companies. Look at what Target's doing. Why are they doing that? They're destroying their company. Disney destroyed their company, but they don't care. Because there's got to be some kind of rainbow at the end for them. Or they're following their master, the devil. Something is weird. You don't feel it. All the countries are all on the same page, except for like Russia and a couple of countries. They backed out. They were like, no, we ain't having no part of this bullshit. This New World Order shit. They don't want no part of it. They want their own country. Okay? So Christian, where have I been? I explained it before in the beginning of the show, but I'll just tell everybody again one more time. So I kind of got aggravated what was going on, trying to tell people what's going on. So I just stepped out for a while. And then I have a good friend of mine that I took care of. He had cancer. And it was just overwhelming to take care of somebody that had, especially colon cancer. It was, I had to do a lot of stuff. And I just didn't really have no oomph to go make any more shows. And I had hardly no time. So I had to, get my life together too, as far as economics. Things ain't easy. I was telling everybody, I just got this new apartment. I'll be putting furniture in here in a week or 2. Well, no, I'm really poor. I have no furniture. If you want to help Pops out, you can donate. No, I'm only kidding. But look, you gotta feel this in your gut. You look at TV and you see what's going on, and you can go, oh, it's the Bible, it's this is predicted, they're greedy. No, this is way beyond greed. This is way beyond. Politics is like 2 groups get together and they argue and they come to an agreement. They both give up something, and that's the end of that, and that's politics. And then there's greedy people that just want, no, these people, they want to murder us. They want to get rid of us. They want to depopulate us. Chemtrails everywhere lately. I don't know. I was watching one show. One guy goes, "Oh no, the good guys are doing that now. They're trying to they're cleaning up the ozone layer now from all the chemicals that they put in it. All the metals and shit." I was like, "Come on, yeah." I definitely think there are some good guys fighting, but it seems like nobody's going to jail. Not one real person that should be in jail has gone to jail yet. I mean, you could just start with like Clinton and Obama's. I mean, they gotta go. All these politicians right now, they're warmongering. When did politicians all of a sudden want war? They're like, we gotta. They want it. It's like they want death. So you gotta feel this. You gotta feel it in your gut. I look at it and I just feel it. I felt it a long time ago. I was telling everybody, these people are demons. Then I don't even know if they're human. Okay, maybe these people can like transform themselves into like humans, like make them shapeshifters, because there's something wrong. You can't have 100. There's 190, I think, 3 countries or something, or 195. 2 are like not really countries, the Vatican, and they consider Palestine like non-members. And then you got 193 countries. You can't have like 180 countries all on the same page, and maybe like 13 countries are backing them. Okay, and it seems like they're all like Russia, Hungary, Romania. They're backing out of this New World Order shit. So how is that possible? It's not. You got to feel it. I feel it. If you can't feel it, I don't know. If you just think this is a game and they're making money and they're greedy, I wish that was the problem. There's always been greed and stuff like that in politics, but it's not politics anymore. It's actually, you get either 2 things. You get politics or you get forced to do what they want you to do. Like you get controlled, you get beat up. And that's what's going on now. Now it's starting to become like almost a dictatorship. They're kind of telling you got to do this. And they're making laws. So if you don't do it, you're going to jail. Okay? They're forcing us to do it. Intellectual imbecile says he feels it. You got to feel it. I told you, go back and look at all my videos. And everything I said a year ago, because my last video was about a year ago. Everything I was talking about, 90% of it's on point. And it's going to get more crazy. Here's what's going to happen in about a year. In about a year, they're going to start rolling out power blackouts. They're going to start saying, "Oh, we got to shut down everybody 6 hours a day," like rolling it out, where people aren't going to have power for 6 hours. They're going to start doing this for climate. They're doing the big climate shit. That's going to be their next. That's their next COVID. That's their next control mechanism, because I think they realized the COVID shit didn't work out too good for them. Okay, because a lot of people seen through it. All right. Plus, who knows what it really was. Okay, I don't want to get into it too much. But the next thing is climate. They're going to use this climate shit and they're going to push it hard. They're going to say, well, you can't eat that much beef. You can only eat beef a couple of days. But they're not doing it now. They're starting to get there. Making beef super expensive, starting to push it. They're starting to even show you they're getting ready with the alien shit too. That's their last card. I always told you. Their last desperation card is the alien invasion. But they're just setting you up for it now. They're even making movies now where there's aliens, and like Prometheus was an example. They made that movie to put some kind of seed in your head. So they're planting a lot of seeds. But they're going to use this climate agenda to take away a lot of things or make things so expensive. Like if you want to eat red meat, they're telling you, we're going to cut it down. Cows are farting. And they've been saying this shit. They're doing it, but they're not doing it yet. They're doing the price right now. And that's what's going to happen. They're going to start rolling the power off. You're going to have power 20 hours a day instead of 24. You're saving the earth. They just had a big group of scientists. I think it was 1,500 scientists that they all signed off on it, that said there is no climate emergency, that it's all propaganda. So why is it that they're still pushing it? Because they got to keep pushing it. They're going to push it down your throat. They don't care. They're letting you know they're going to do it. They don't care anymore. They don't care about hiding anymore. They're almost at the point where they're going to tell you, we worship Lucifer, and you're going to obey us. And that's it. They're almost there. They're not there yet. They're still hiding it a little bit. But if you look at all the symbols, if people understood all the symbology that was going on, you would be amazed. I went on Amazon the other day. Now, I buy some stuff from Amazon, but what I do to Amazon is, just to spite them, I separate my delivery. So I make it expensive for them to ship me stuff. So if I'm going to order 3 things, I'll order one thing. An hour later, this way, they got to send it 3 different deliveries. I want them to go broke because they're getting hurt with the shipping, Amazon. I hope they go out of business eventually. So I'm looking on Amazon, and you could do this yourself. Just search couches, search all kinds of crazy shit, and go from the highest price to the lowest price. You'll see a couch on there for $50,000. That the same couch is only $400 or $500. It's the same couch. Okay, I've looked. I'm like, why is this couch $50? Because they're selling something. I don't know. They could be selling drugs through it. You're ordering, these people are ordering drugs through it, human trafficking. Who knows? But this is with a lot of different items. Wayfair does it too. So they got all this shit going on behind the scenes we don't know about. But you got to see it, because there's no way. It's not one item, okay? There's no way fucking people are going to buy couches that are worth $500 for $50,000. Don't tell me it's a typo error, because it's constantly on Amazon throughout all this stuff. You could go on television, search high to low. You see a TV for $28,000. So maybe if you want to order cocaine, you got to go to televisions. If you want to order children, you got to go to this. If you want to order, women, you got to go. I don't know. There's different categories. But they're doing this shit, okay? And what's going on with it? Why isn't nobody saying anything about it? What do you think? Fucking Amazon's retarded and they just got couches on there for $30,000? They're going to waste their time listing stuff like that? No. There's something going on there. It's simple. Just like Wayfair does it. All these big corporations, in my opinion, are controlled by evil. Okay? So this is what's going on. You got to feel it in your gut. A year ago, I was telling you, people would thought I was nuts. No, there's evil running this shit right now. And they're all in Antarctica. These evil, they're underground over there. That's why we can't go there. I'm telling you, you want to know everything? It's all in Antarctica. Then the best is, though, now they're not only lying to us, but lying right in our faces and don't give a shit if we believe, they know that we're not going to believe them, but they don't care. There is no inflation. But the opposite of what they're doing. Now, so everything they're telling you is basically the opposite of the truth. But they're prosecuting people that speak the truth. That's the biggest problem. They hate the truth. Now, who hates the truth? The devil hates the truth. He's the lie of liars. He's the king of it. Now, whatever the devil, Satan, whoever it is, and some evil force that's rolling this planet right now, loves lies, hates the truth. They are going like Egypt, the pyramids. There was a guy explaining there's no way the Egyptians built these pyramids. And he's showing you everything, the way the rocks are cut, how heavy they are, and yet they're debunking him. They're going after this guy. Now, what the hell do you care if there's proof that maybe Egypt was advanced? There was an advanced civilization. Why would you give a shit? You know why? They're hiding shit from us. They're hiding the truth. Because if we knew everything, what really freaking happened, and all the advancements, we would figure out a lot more shit, what's going on right now. They don't want us to figure it out. So they're hiding it. They hide the truth from us. That's how they keep us in the dark. We're in the dark ages. The internet is the only thing that kind of helped us a little bit. It's actually another thing they're going to do. Now, that could be 6 months, a year from now. They're shutting the internet down. There's going to be, they'd say, 10 days of darkness. I think they're going to, If the good guys are really fighting and there's things going on, then maybe it'll only be for 10 days to reset it. For some reason, they want to reset the internet. But if it goes on longer, then the bad guys are winning because they just don't want us to communicate anymore. See, once they got their cards in place, that's it. Like maybe when they do their alien invasion, they'll shut the internet down. So people can't talk and go, look at this. It's fake. It's bullshit. It's holograms. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm telling you, they got stuff that looks like spaceships from aliens already made. They got like a battle star that could pump up in the air somehow. And they're going to fake. They're going to blow shit up with a couple of real, spaceships that we made. And then the rest of it's going to be all kinds of fake shit. And then even if they land there and you see aliens, it's probably the demons that came up. And they're the aliens. So they want to, and they're trying to terraform the planet. That's basically what I think is going on, too. They don't want too much light. For some reason, light bothers these people. You can look this up. We've lost about 20% of our light through chemtrailing. And they'll tell you, well, we're doing it to save the planet. No, bullshit. There's something going on way beyond our brain capacity. I know it. It's in my gut. I know there's evil. I know there's demons. And this isn't human. This is crazy what's going on in the world right now. And we got to see now. With the Bible, was the Bible a prophecy, or are they just playing out the script of the Bible? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows who really wrote the Bible? Maybe they lied about stuff in the Bible. They changed it. Don't know. They tell you Jesus says, turn the other cheek to your enemy. But yet he went into the temple there and flipped all the tables and went crazy. They were trying to sell stuff in the church. So was he a calm guy, or was he fighting the New World Order back then? Because that's probably what he was doing. He was fighting these animals, these evil animals. So I hope you all kind of see what's going on, people that are tuning in, because it's ugly. It got me to the point where I just had to step out for a while. I'm going to come back. I'm going to make some good shows, but I'm going to do things a little different. I got to try to roll everything to Rumble because I can't take YouTube anymore. I mean, I'll come on YouTube, talk about a few things, and then tell you if you want to hear the rest, come to Rumble, because there's too much going on here. They just bury me besides censor me. I mean, I don't need the aggravation anymore. A lot of guys are going to Rumble. Some guys are inviting YouTube to get rid of them. I can't wait till if this is all over, people are going to be suing everybody. Yeah, YouTube thinks they're untouchable, but what they've done to people is ridiculous. They got all these stupid AIs now monitoring our channels, with algorithms and stuff for words. And we know YouTube is left. They're beyond left. They're owned by Google. So look, it's not a coincidence, all this shit. All these companies got 3 6s in their logo. What do you think? They're just playing with us like we're little kids? No, this symbology means something to them. It's power. They're showing respect to their master. Okay? These aren't... Oh, Woody Johnson's in the house. Whoa. These aren't coincidences. Nothing is a coincidence what's going on. If you believe these are all this shit happens. No, it doesn't. This world is upside down. And they show you in Hollywood, they give you sneak peeks of what they're going to do down the road. I mean, I watched shows a year ago that predicted what's going on now. And now they're showing this shit now that they want to put seeds into us. They really want us to believe there's aliens. Okay. Now you want to get into flat earth, round earth, and all this shit. Look, there's no way we're flying. I don't know if we're round, we're half round, and we're flat. All I can say is you can't tell me gravity's keeping people on top of the planet. And then there's people on the bottom of the planet because it's turning. And the people at the bottom don't fall off because gravity's pushing them down. Get the hell out of here, because if you let a helium balloon go, it goes higher. So if there was gravity, it would push that balloon down. So all this shit with gravity and all that, no, it's buoyancy. If you're heavier than the air, you stay down. That's it. So there's no way the Earth is traveling 20 million thousand miles, or whatever the formula is, 18,000 miles towards the sun spinning around. It ain't, that's bullshit. I don't know what the Earth looks like from outer space, but they've never been out there because there's something keeping us from going out there. Okay, all these pictures they show you, they're all Photoshop. Everybody has proven it already. There's no real picture from the moon. Who knows what the moon really is anyway? Is it a hologram? Is it a planet? People say, well, I see it with my microscope and it looks round and it looks like a planet. No, you don't see the whole freaking thing. You can't 360 the moon. So you're lying to yourself. People now want to acknowledge the stuff they've been taught is the truth. So they want to basically vindicate their belief system. Well, you've been lied to about almost everything. I don't know what the moon is, but I know it's not what they're telling us. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I know they're not in outer space. It's all bullshit. That's why we don't really go to the moon anymore. Because they say, you know what? Let's not do these space flights to the moon because we can't fake it anymore. We're going to get caught. We can't CGI it because people are too smart now. Just like the space station, they CGI shit. They're lying. They've been lying to us, our grandfathers, our great-grandfathers, and beyond. The only reason why now shit is coming up is really because of the internet. There are smart people getting on the internet going, hey, look at this. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. And now people are starting to open their eyes and say, yeah, it is bullshit. So you have to realize one thing. You have, and I say all of us, even me, have been lied to about everything. They lie about everything. So what do? You got to question everything. You got to look with your own eyes and see what's going on. Like Israel. Come on. Who really believes that they didn't know that was coming? It's ridiculous. The smartest intelligence organization in the world. Even beyond the CIA. Okay, the CIA is like number 2. Mossad is number 1. They know everything going on in the Middle East. Okay, they know when that guy in Iran, whatever, takes a shit. They know what time he takes a shit. Okay? So how did they all come in there with these freaking tight mobiles flying in there? They invaded, they killed it. Something was wrong with that whole thing. It smelt rotten. That's why they went in right away with a big army to keep the people from investigating. But here's the greatest one. So you're thinking about Israel. You're thinking about Ukraine's almost over. What happened in Hawaii? What happened? People's houses got melted. Cars melted in the street. What was it? Was it really an energy weapon? What happened in Hawaii? All of a sudden, the media doesn't talk about Hawaii. You don't even know what's going on in Hawaii. There's still parents missing children. There's shit going on. And people are like, forgot about them. These are Americans, the people in Hawaii. It's not like they're not Americans. So what happened? Now to my camera. There we go. So what happened? Yeah, that's better. What happened to Hawaii? Can anybody tell me what happened to Hawaii? Because that shit doesn't even exist anymore. We all forgot about Hawaii. I didn't. Just like I didn't forget about biolabs in Ukraine. I said this shit a long time. What are they not talking about it? Because they hide everything. And then they distract you. And they needed to hide Hawaii. So, boom, Israel came. Everybody forgot about Hawaii. Oh, exiled one. Yeah, my son is doing good. He's working for the parks and the rivers and stuff in the, where he is. He works for like the parks department. He does river stuff and all that. And yeah, my grandkids are good. I just moved to Missouri, so I'm out here. I just got this apartment like a week or 2 ago. I'm gonna start putting furniture in it soon. I just wanted to get settled in. And It's just a bunch of lies. You got to see that, every country's got an agenda now. Like, out of 193 countries, maybe 180 of them, 170 of them are all on the same agenda. Some companies are breaking away. Now, our dollar hasn't gotten crushed yet, but it's happening right in front of your eyes. China and Russia, and I think even India now, are trading with their own money because their money is gold back. They're not using the petrodollar no. Saudi Arabia is starting to jump on that ship, okay? Because, see, the deal was we protected Saudi Arabia for them making the petrodollar, for oil. But now I think Russia and China has assured Saudi Arabia they'll protect them. So they don't have to kiss our butt no more. So the petrodollar is going away. Once that goes away, it's all over. What part of Missouri? Like Branson, exiled. Branson, Missouri. So once the petrodollar goes away, they're going to force us to take digital currency. What's going to happen is whatever people have money in the bank, they're going to go, look, you lost all your money, but we'll give it back to you in the digital currency. And that's how they're going to break the digital. First, they're going to break the digital currency in while we're using our dollars. They're going to go like, hey, if you're on food stamps, you got to use digital currency. We can't give you. And then they're going to start to tell you what you can do with that digital currency, like with food stamps. Well, you got to go to these certain stores. That's the only stores that are approved. So you got to go like Walmart or whatever. Because they want to keep the money in the family. Understand? They're gangsters. These are gangsters running everything. Okay? They're just gangsters. They don't care. They're gangsters. And then eventually the banks are going to get shut down. They're going to go under. And they're going to say, okay, well, we can't give you your money back in dollars. We'll give it to you in digital dollars. And people are going to take it because it's still worth something. Okay? So they don't lose their savings. Yeah, I'm in the tourist spot, but there's a lot of work over here. I don't live exactly in Branson. I live about 10 miles outside of it. But I'm in the heart of where there's money. I'm exiled. So crazy Frenchman. Oh, wow. Look at this. Yeah, so now you can look at all my old videos and say, hey, you know what? Pops was on point. Because I was. They just, I can't express this anymore. You just got a feeling in your gut. They're lying about everything. They don't want the truth. They hate the truth. Everything the opposite of the truth, they're telling you. So do you really think that this is just about money? This is just about politics? I mean, look what they're doing to Trump, right? So they're persecuting Trump, and Biden's the real thief. He's stealing money, making deals, but yet Trump's getting persecuted. And the greatest thing is Trump's ratings are going through the roof. Okay? So, I don't know, keep indicting him. He's just going to end up so popular. It's crazy. It's so crazy. Did you see? Trump's having rallies. There's 100,000 people in a stadium all screaming. So where are all the Biden fans? I say about 90% of America votes for Trump, but they'll tell you no. They're even showing you, oh, Biden's down 8 points. Trump's 54. He's 48. Bullshit. Who's voting for Biden? 10% of the population, if that. All the immigrants that they're letting in to vote from, they're all coming in with voting for Biden. Yeah, they're letting them know. You let us in, we'll vote for you. Are they going to let all those people vote? What the hell's going on? Nobody wants Biden in there. Nobody wants the Democrats in there. They're not Democrats anymore. They're Marxists. They're communists. They disguise themselves. They say democracy. What democracy? First of all, we're a republic. We're not a democracy. So intellectuals saying Trump is in on it too. Yeah, look. They could be playing good guy, bad guy. I said that in one of my other videos. That's the one thing I'm more scared of than anything. If Trump really is with these people and they're playing good cop, bad cop with us, that's the scariest part. Because then we're really, we're screwed. Let's put it in plain English. If these good guys, if this is all a game and it's a show, and now all of a sudden he's going to become president, everybody's going to rally behind him, then what is he going to do? Bring us to World War III? I mean, like, what that would be even more crazy because it's possible. I mean, he is a Mason. I mean, if you've seen Trump, look, there could be good Masons and bad Masons, but he's definitely a Mason. They do the Masonic handshake where they put the thumbs over each other's thumb. You got to look with your eyes. This isn't made up bullshit. This is the truth. He's a Mason. There's no in between. But are there good Masons and bad Masons? I believe there are. I believe there's good Illuminati and bad Illuminati. There's light and dark chapters, you know. It seems like the good guys are trying to prevent the bad guys from doing dramatic stuff. So they got to walk slowly to get this shit done. But how much of it? I don't know. Or are they all evil? I don't know. But all I know is we got to take a shot with Trump. We got to take a shot with him because at least what he says and what he does makes sense. What these people are doing, nothing makes sense. The only thing, you know, I worry about that. Good cop, bad cop, you know. I mean, you know, there's people saying, I watch different shows. They're saying that, well, the good guys are in control, but they have to let us go through this to teach us a lesson. So you're telling me you have to let millions of people die from magic potions that they stuck in themselves to teach us a lesson? That's not teaching us a lesson. So I don't believe that's the case where the good guys are in total control, but I have to think that if there's 400 generals in our military, 350 of them are patriots. They serving for 50 years. 50 years ago, they were, American for America. And maybe 50 of them have been corrupted and leveraged, and they're the top brass. And these are the guys pulling the strings. But see, I think the rest of the generals are just waiting for the right moment to declare these people traitors and arrest them. But I think they have to do even more crazy shit before they can do this, see? Because the military has a chain of command. So before these generals start going after the higher generals, they have to be sure. Now, I don't know if you know this, but this is another thing happening in America. I'm going to tell you what's happening. It's good news. Yeah, I think I lit it the wrong way. I lit the filter. So the good news is there's a thing that's in our Constitution that we can have grand juries in like our little counties and townships. So they got rid of this. They're trying to get rid of it, right? But it's in the Constitution. They can't get rid of it. So what happens is people get organized. They get a certain percentage of the vote or whatever, and they become a grand jury. So like if you live in a county, this group of people become the grand jury, and they indict people, and they prosecute people, and they actually appoint people like police officers to go arrest them. Now, this has happened at first when it started, it was like 400 counties in the United States. Now it's up to 1,200. It's starting. Counties are starting to take control. They're starting of their own shit. They don't want to be bothered with the government. They're starting their own grand juries, and they're indicting these people. Now, when this starts to spread, and more counties in America start doing this, they're going to get real scared. The globalist elite, whatever you want to call these, I just call them evil son of a bitches. These evil son of a bitches that are in power controlling things, they're going to get scared when this shit starts spreading throughout the country where it's only 1,200 counties. What happens when it's 12,000 counties? And then it's 24,000 counties. And then the county like Bill Gates lives in is prosecuting it. So they're going to get scared. So that's when they're going to start dropping like crazy shit like alien invasion. They saving that card because they could just blow shit up and look, if they start illuminating spaceships in the air and then they got a few that look like, these big motherships and they start blowing shit up, it's going to take everybody's eyes off of everything but that alien invasion shit. Because even if you know it's bullshit, they're still going to blow shit up. So you got to like kind of go hide somewhere. You got to get a bunker because they are going to do it. They don't care. You know, if they, you got to understand, like they control certain three-letter organizations, these evil people, right? So you think the CIA don't have submarines? Of course they do. They got weapons, they got nukes, they got all kinds of shit. All right, all the money that for the drugs, where do you think it goes towards? You think they just get the money and they what? Go have a beach party? No, they're buying shit with it. So they're allowing all this shit to come in our country because they're getting a piece of it because they're gangsters, you know. CIA's gangsters. Come on. And what do you think they're doing with the money? You got to watch like Swordfish with John Travolta, the movie Swordfish, and you'll get the point. There are black operations going on right now, and they'll tell you it's just to keep America safe. But it's a lot more than that. So, anyway, does anybody have any questions in the audience? We could throw a subject they like to go over a little bit. And I forgot how to. Oh, all right. I forgot about doing all this shit. So we got intellectual red lipsticks here. You haven't done a show in so long. I don't even know how to. Forgot about all this stuff you could do. But has anybody got any questions? They want to like talk about a subject? Because hey, I'm game for anything. I mean, I've been telling people so many different things. And it's just crazy. I've been good, by the way, Woody. Trump can't fix this crap. Trump can fix up to a point. You have to understand, he's only one person. We have to fix it. Now, how do we fix things? I mean, like, you see what I'm talking about, that grand jury? People are getting together in small townships, and they're starting to take the law into their own hands by the Constitution. It's there for us. Our founding fathers knew shit like this was going to happen one day. They just knew it. They seen England do this shit, and they knew it. And they're all in on it. I kind of think they all are, but, you know, you have to have a little bit of some kind of hope. I'm hoping Trump is for real. There's a lot of things he's done, though, that freak me out. So I don't want to get into bashing Trump because I'm not really, you know, there could be reasons why he didn't do certain things because, you know, he's not in total control of everything. I mean, you know, these people are doing shit there, but like, this seems like a movie. Like they're all going after him, and he's like Rocky, and all of a sudden he's going to become president again, you know. And he's getting the whole country loves Trump now because even the people that didn't like him realize, holy shit, look how much better we were with this guy. So, like, I used to tease my son and say Trump may be the Antichrist. I said because in the Bible it says they're going to love he's going to be loved by millions. So. If you were the devil's son or whatever, would you come as evil like Biden? No, nobody's going to rally behind him. But if you come as the good guy and you trick everybody, it's possible. So who knows? We're going to see though. But no matter what, we got to get rid of these evil Democrats. You know, the Republicans, most of them are just as bad, but we got to at least get rid of that side. We got to get rid of these leftist ideas. I mean, even like, you know, they talk about the transgender movement and all that stuff. And you know what? Hey, look, whatever you want to do behind your closed door, you do. It's not a big deal, but it doesn't make sense. Nobody wants their kid that's 5 years old to be taught stuff like this because they're just not old enough. I mean, nobody wants their kid to be taught about sex at 6 years old. So it doesn't make any sense. So why are they doing it? Because they know they're doing it, and they're doing it on purpose. They're doing it to make you crazy. They want negativity. They want the world. So many people are depressed right now. Most cops are ex-military. They still take out our guns and lock you up over a mask. Yeah, it's true. And then you know what they tell you, Joe Cool? I was just doing my job. Well, that's what they said in Germany during World War II. The soldiers, right? They were just doing their job. But even the cops have to be held accountable. There's some good cops, okay, they don't go to jail, but the bad ones, they got to go too. So on Elon Musk, I am totally confused with this guy because a year ago he was wearing like a Halloween costume that was worshiping the devil and everything, and now a year later, I don't know if he makes fun of these people and he does this stuff on purpose, but what is Musk? I don't know. Like, he's doing good stuff right now. All right. A lot. I mean, like taking over Twitter alone was great. He wanted to know what the hell was going on Twitter. Like he don't like them stopping our speech. So is he a good guy? He probably is. I mean, because it seems like they're starting to go after him a little bit, like these other billionaires. But I don't know. He's got their number. He must got stuff on a lot of these people. That's why they haven't. I mean, they could just take him out. So they haven't taken him out yet. Because, it's easy to kill somebody now. I mean, these people are animals. So why is they letting him do what he's doing? Usually, though, the only way I've seen people get killed is when they start naming people. Like, if you start bringing up names, like, you bring up the Clintons, you're whack. Because Hillary's got, she just whacks people. She don't even worry about it. So if you start bringing up names, that's when people get whacked. There's one guy who says, I'm still alive. I'm going to tell you what's going on, this and that. I'm still alive, though, because I haven't named anybody. When you start dropping names, that's when you get whacked. So I haven't seen Elon Musk drop anybody's name and say, this guy's this or that. He's just going after, like, the woke mobs and stuff like that. But he's not going after specific people. So I don't know. Maybe Musk has flipped, or maybe he's had enough of this craziness. Yeah, well, X is a corporation. I don't know if you know about it. X, the corporation, I forgot who owns it, but it's like a woke mob. See, you have to understand that Elon Musk owns about 10% of Twitter. Well, it's X now, but Twitter. The other 90% is owned by other people. He's just a majority. He's he owns the most. And this company X, I think, is the ones that financed him. And this company X it's like some kind of real, democratic companies, like woke companies. So I don't know. See, I don't know what's going on. He's the very confusing figure. But right now, he's doing some good things. So we'll just let him roll. Maybe they have to tell us these things before they do whatever they're going to do. I mean, there's some kind of rule in the Masons or whatever, I don't know, in the evilness or whatever, that they have to, I don't know, maybe the Almighty God told them you could do it, but you have to announce it. Like there's some kind of game going on where they got to tell us what they're going to do before they do it. And we have to voluntarily do it, like taking that magic potion. You had to voluntarily, they told people you're going to lose your job, but they didn't tell you we're going to come to your house and hold you down on the ground. So you still voluntarily did it to save your job. So intellectuals saying they can't break natural law. Yeah. So, you have to voluntarily do certain things. Yep. They try to skirt it by telling you in advance. But you have to look at everything, I mean, and just go, holy shit. Everything Pop said a year ago is coming out. Like, I mean, I was telling you about all this shit, and everybody was like, it's not going to happen. And it may not happen in everybody's playground. There are some people that have not been affected at all by what's going on. I haven't really been affected. I lived in Jersey for a while. The part of Jersey I lived in, they weren't having this shit. There was nobody running around mugging people, carjacking them like they're doing on TV now, where they show you all this shit going on in New York. In San Francisco, they cleaned it up for Xi Jinping, and they just moved everybody, and they're shitting in a different part of San Francisco all over the sidewalks. I mean, come on. They cleaned it up, so they showed you they could do it. So why aren't they doing it? Because they don't want to do it. They want the real estate to get crumbled in New York, San Francisco, and they're going to buy it up. Like BlackRock's going to buy all this real estate up, And then when they own enough of it, they're going to just go and sweep everybody out, kick everybody out, and it'll be a perfect little city again. Hey, good to see you too, Rebel. It's funny, like, you know, I haven't done a show in a year, and there's just still everybody's still doing it. Like, I don't know. I think Tony Bruno at one point, he was telling me he got burnt out. I remember when I was doing it. I didn't only get burnt out. I had a lot of things I had to straighten out. But, I mean, I stood out of this for about a year, and I just sat and I watched everything happen that I said was going to happen. And now more shit's coming. It's coming. They're not letting us out. They want to put us in massive. They want pain. These people love putting us in pain. It makes them happy. I think they dance in the morning when they wake up and they see us in pain. You know, you think Bill Gates is a good guy? He ain't a good guy. Guy loves what he does. He invents stuff to get rid of people. Come on. Not a good guy. These people, it's just not about money anymore. That's the problem. When you see Target destroying their own company, Walt Disney destroying their own company, they're destroying their companies with all this woke stuff. I mean, Target's got satanic shirts for children in their store. There's a guy made a video about it, a music video, a rapper. Nobody's going to, like, still people are going to Target, but they lost 25, 30% of their customer base. They lost, Target's a soccer mom store, and they lost most of those soccer moms. So why are they doing it? Because they're not in control. It doesn't matter. When your master tells you something, you do it. He don't care about your profits. He don't care. You know, and they don't care really anyway, because they got everything in the stock market. So the stock went down $10 a share. It doesn't matter. They'll lie and push it back up again anyway, because it's all about the stock. The stock is what protects them. Okay, even if their company's losing money, it doesn't matter. They protect it with the stock. Yeah, Bill Gates is the hell of a private owner, largest farmland. Here's the problem with the farmland in America. 60% of America is farmland. Believe that or not. All right. So 60% of the occupied land in America is farmland. This is the problem they're having with destroying America. Now, even if Bill Gates owns a couple of percent of it, it's not enough. So they're going to go to other extremes. They're going to start closing farms down with this climate agenda bullshit. They're going to start doing stuff. I live in Missouri. I drove to my son's house, which is 2 hours away from Branson. And all I seen in the whole trip, because I went through like the mountains, through side roads, is I didn't see anything but farms. No matter, I was just driving. Farm. And then maybe a couple of miles later, a couple of stores, then farm. There's just farms fucking everywhere here. So I won't worry about that. I worry about them poisoning the farms. You know, throwing chemtrails up in the air and just poisoning everything. That I would definitely worry about. Oh, thank you. And they will take your water. Well, they'll either take it or poison it. It's going to be hard for them to take the water because there's so many underground streams that for them to get to it, it's like. But they definitely will. They're going to make water valuable. I can tell you that. They're going to probably try to. There's a lot of things, but they're doing little thing here, little thing there. They keep nibbling at us. You know, all these plants that they were destroying, they're going to try to cause a famine. It may not hit us as bad as other countries, but they're definitely going to try the food thing. They're actually getting us ready for everything, and then they just figure out which way they want to roll. Because they got AI computers, these quantum AIs that are like predicting the future, like almost. According to what's going on with social media, what people are thinking and all this shit. So they know exactly what to do. They know how to mind control everybody. They've been mind controlling us for our whole lives. They lie about everything. They lied about history. And that's why they want to try to even erase history now. All the monuments and all the things, you know, they want to take down all these statues of all these presidents and generals, and whether they're Southern, Northern, it don't matter. They want to try to erase history. So the people in the future have no idea what the hell happened 200 years from now. Just like really, we got little pieces, drips and drabs of what happened 200 years ago, but we really don't know. You know, there are people that said Lincoln owned slaves, he was bad. Then there are people that say, no, that's bullshit. He never did that. He was fighting the bad guys. He was bringing the green back in, backed by gold, and that's why they crushed him and they whacked him. Any president that's always tried to back the dollar by golds always got assassinated for some reason. It's a coincidence. Kennedy tried to do it and Lincoln tried to do it. So they are hiding everything from us, and they're going to keep hiding stuff from us. That's not a doubt. But we have to figure out what we're going to do. Like I was talking about what a lot of these counties are doing with grand juries now. I think the most important thing we can do, you know, look, I can't go to Washington, D.C. with a blowhorn and fight the whole planet, you know, and fight these animals that are in power. They ain't going to help any. Okay? So what can we do? I say the biggest thing we can do is not participate in their madness. So when they start telling me I got to go get this magic injection, or I got to stay in my house because of climate change, or, you know, maybe I got to eat bugs instead of eating meat, I'm going to defy all that shit. I'm going to defy them. So that's what I'm going to do. And if we all do it, these people, they'll back up for a while. And then we got to eventually go after them, though. They have to be prosecuted. These people have to, all these bloodline families, these rich globalists, these demons, little by little, everybody has to go. They have to go. They got to get charged, prosecuted, jail, execution, whatever it may be. This has to happen. And if it doesn't happen, all right, so they back up, they let us think we're free again for a little while, and then they start again. And maybe it's not them, maybe it's their kids, because they brainwash their kids. Bill Gates was brainwashed by his father. President Bush, okay, his father's father was a Nazi. He worked with them. So, I mean, these people that are in power, they've all come from evil bloodlines. It's not just coincidence. The statue of George Floyd is nice. Laugh out loud. Look, they just do all this shit. They want division. And they've created so many different ways to divide us now. It's crazy. It used to just be like skin color, black, white, Spanish. Now it's like way beyond that. Now it's like, well, if you like eating beef, you're a bad person because you're killing the climate. Now there's people that are anti-beef and people that like pro-beef. Well, they'll invent shit. They did it with sexuality now, color of your skin. Now the color of your skin means you're entitled to shit, and then the white man is bad. They don't know what to do next. But all I know is they're winning this part of the battle. They got people so divided. They're making small groups, and that's how they stay in control, because they divide everybody. If everybody got along, which everybody does get along, more or less people don't give a shit. I get along with gay people, black people, white people. I get along with green people, Martians. I don't give a shit. You're a good person, that's it. I don't care what you do in your house or what do I care? That's your business. You're gay, fine. More women for me. I don't care. So, like, it's all bullshit. We all got along, especially in America. Everybody with the melting pot, everybody was getting along. It's all bullshit. Yeah, there was always a little bit of there's always going to be racism, no matter what you do. But it's instigated by these animals, and they create all this bullshit. So spell check is killing me. Oh boy, let's see if there's anything we could talk about. Anybody got anything they want to talk about? Throw it in there. But I'm just looking. I wrote a couple of notes, nothing crazy. I mean, everything I've said, and I think all the answers lay in Antarctica. I think if we got to Antarctica and we found out there's some kind of civilization living under the ground, they look like freaking alien demons, then we would know. You know? Just like, how about if we really haven't gone in? How about if there, let's just say there isn't really, like, we've never left our atmosphere because we can't. There's some kind of belt there that's stopping us, that destroys a ship or whatever, or it's the firmament or whatever the case may be. So what if that's true? Then what? What does that prove? That proves there's a creator. See, the real thing is they don't want you to believe in the devil and they don't want you to believe in God. They just want you to believe we exist with some kind of freaky thing that happened, an explosion. You know? But you got to know there's God because you see all the evil. So you know there's some kind of evil force out there. So you know there's got to be a good force, right? The light, you see all the darkness, what's going on. I mean, these people are literally telling you to your face now that, you know, they're almost saying we worship Lucifer. That they're almost there. Just this much more. Maybe the next president, if it's a Democrat, it ain't Trump, will say, hey, I worship the devil, but it's freedom of religion. You know, they think Newsom now is going to become president. God forbid. God forbid. If they rig this election again, it's going to be real ugly in this country. War in the here's next. Well, it could be, but there's something going on. The reason why they won't let us there. Now, maybe that passage goes into I think there's another piece of land beyond it. And they don't want to let us go there because maybe that's where all these rich animals are staying. And they know when they're going to start doing shit, they're all going to go there and stay out of the chaos. I don't know. But we got to hunt until, let's put it this way, until I see important people that are evil going to jail, the bad guys are winning still. That's the way I look at it. And they're scared of us for sure, because that's why they're going to do shit to us, because they're scared shit. They don't want millions of people going after them. The minute you start seeing somebody like, you know, a Bill Gates go to jail, it's game over for them. And then they're going to really start pulling shit out of their hat. Because there's no other reason for them to be doing this shit. Look, they're all rich people. They're all living great lives. Why are they doing all this shit? Because there's an agenda. It's an evil agenda. There's something in control, a force, an evil force is in control of these people, making them do this shit in their brains, doing it. They want to depopulate. They want to get us down to 500, 1 billion people. They don't want 8 billion people on the planet no more. They can't control it and they don't want it. Oh, pure night. Yeah, I'm back. If you want to know what happened, you have to watch the beginning of the video. I explained it like 3 times why I was like gone for about a year. I'll probably start making some videos. I'm still like putting my apartment together. I got to go get furniture. I got things I got to do. And I just moved here, so I got to, you know, get a job. I mean, I got enough money to hold me over for a while. I don't have to worry about money, but I mean, eventually I will have to worry about it. I can't support myself. You know, maybe I could go a year without working on just my savings, but I can't, you know, I don't want to use all my money just to live and not work. So I got to go get a job. And, you know, I'm here, I'm back, but it's not, I'm not back telling you good news because things haven't gotten better. I wish I could have came back and I could have said, hey, shit got so much better. Actually, everything I said a year ago has happened. I was like on point Just I was a little early, but I knew they were going to do it. I just didn't know when. Just like I told people in the beginning of this video, they got other things in plan for us. They got the climate thing they're going to push on us. I don't think that's going to work too much, but they're going to try it. They're going to try to lock us down with it, put more little businesses out of business. And I think they're going to definitely do the power thing. They're going to roll out power, shut power off, power grid. You know, I lived in the Dominican Republic, and you didn't get power 24 hours a day there. I did. I had private electric because I had money. And I lived in an area where I got private electric, and I had an inverter. So even if the power went out, I had like these 10 batteries that kicked on and gave me power throughout my house for like 2 days without power. So I never had no power. But normally in the DR, the average person, they don't have power 24 hours a day. Only the real rich neighborhoods they don't bother them. But like they roll it out and they'll shut your power off for like 6 hours. And then they'll give you the power the other 18 hours a day. So they don't, this way, at least, you know, your refrigerator, your food don't get bad and stuff, but they don't give you power 24 hours. They're going to start doing that in America, telling you to save the climate, save the planet. But yet in China, they ain't shutting shit. You know, they're building more coal plants than you ever seen. India too. I mean, they're polluting the shit out of the planet, but it's really not affecting us. They're just lying. So even if we obey and do all this bullshit, what about the other countries? In Cabo, Canada is a toilet now. Oh, for sure. Canada's shot. Canada's like, it's like living in, forget it. It's almost a communist country. It's America with a million more laws than we already have. Look, you're not really free anywhere you go. I mean, in America, they just kept making more laws and more laws to see how much you would put up with. I mean, they got a law for everything here. Okay? They got a law for everything. You get one traffic ticket 10 years ago when you didn't pay it and you forgot about it. Now you go to get, you know, and all of a sudden you owe them $2,000 because you got a ticket 10 years ago when you forgot it and you didn't realize you didn't pay it, or you didn't pay it. So what? You didn't want to pay it. Well, we want $2,000 or else you can't get a new license. I mean, this is the shit they do to us. They shake us down. They're gangsters. Everything they do to us is like gangster shit. Actually, gangsters are better. At least they play fair. These people don't play fair. They just make more laws. If you beat them at their system, they make a law so you can't do that to beat the system. That's all they do. And then they don't make laws for the rich people. You know, they give them all the loopholes. So which part of Punta? I didn't live in Punta Cana. I lived in Puerto Plata and Santiago for a short period. I didn't live in Punta Cana. Punta Cana is more touristy. That's what he was asking. He's asking what part of Punta Cana when I lived in the Dominican Republic. What's up with this? This pure night looks pretty cool with these script letters. So how's everybody else? Like, anybody thinking about what's going on here or got an opinion on something? Because it's crazy. I told you all these countries, it's just an impossibility for 100. You know, there's 193 countries. Like I said before, it's impossible for 180 of them to all be on the same agenda page. I mean, come on. And everything's coming out. Like in Brussels they're showing you all these groups, the WHO and all these Davos. And everybody now knows about all these secret meetings, and they're doing shit, and they're choosing what we're going to get and what they're going to do to us. Like they're going to have well, you know what? We're going to make beef the enemy right now. We don't want these people. People don't deserve to eat steak. Only we should eat steak. So let's make it expensive, and let's keep making it more expensive. And then eventually we'll get rid of it, and we'll make them, they'll have to eat like tumor meat. They grow like these tumors, like fake beef. I don't know if you ever seen it. They get like these tumors from, I don't know what. They make this tumor grow into like some kind of thing, and it tastes like meat. Yeah, Porter's better than Punta Cana if you want to live there, for sure. But yeah, so anybody got any questions? I think I will kind of end this now because I think I did enough for one night. But tune in again, and I'm gonna make a show soon. I'll make the show. I'll have a subject. We'll talk about some stuff that's going on. But I would definitely, if I were everybody, I would definitely, if I had money to throw away, not throw away, but if I had some extra money, I would definitely look into getting some type of generator. Now, I have a generator that's about this big, but it's a battery one, and it's fully charged, and I could probably run, like, let's say my computer or even a small little DVD like thing to watch movies and a lamp for a couple of days just on this battery backup. So I won't be in pure darkness. I can even run my refrigerator for a couple of hours and then, but and then I have another generator, a littler one. But if you got a gas, of course, like a gas generator is the best. There's ones now. I seen one on Amazon for like $400 or $500. It'll run your whole house. And they have ones that are both. You can use propane or gas. I would recommend that because I think propane is going to be a lot cheaper than gasoline to run a generator if we do lose power. I would definitely look into getting a generator, and I definitely will look to get some type of storable food for even a month. Like, just so you know, you got a month, and I would have that like in my bug out vehicle. Like, so say you had to like get in your car and leave your house because there was shit coming. At least you have a month's worth of food in your car, like in a bucket. Those, they sell them now. I would have like at least a month's worth of food, have a few extra cases of water, get a gun if you can. If where you live, you're allowed to have a gun, because that's definitely going to be, and get as many bullets as you can get. I mean, just, you never have enough bullets. And, get a generator, prepare. I mean, because maybe you're going to stay in your house. You're not going to have to leave, because that's more or less, most of the time, the best thing to do is bunker in your own home. But I would definitely have a little extra food. I mean, if people would have bought food like I told them to a year ago, I kept telling everybody, listen, you got $1,000 laying in the bank. I won't go out and go crazy because you don't have enough money. You got 20 grand laying in the bank. Take 2,000 and go buy $2,000 worth of food right now. That don't go bad. Non-prep. And a year from now, you're going to see you doubled your money. A box of pasta was $1. Now it's $2. So that's 100%. So if you would have bought a lot of non-perishable food, you would have made, on your $2 grand, you would have made $2 grand, because now that food's worth $4 grand. And you're going to eat it. So I would definitely, my house, I'm stocked up. I keep buying extra food every time I go to the store. Stuff that don't go bad, because little by little, I'll build up my inventory. I want to have enough food where I don't have to worry about food for 3 months, But all right. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming. Anybody got anything they want to say before I leave? And I will definitely have another show soon. I do appreciate everybody coming down. All right. Well, it looks like we had a good show here tonight. I hope a few things I told you, maybe to help you out a little bit. And thank you, everybody, for coming down. Pops out.